Common run problem number 5 is you begin to feel chafing, blisters, or hot spots. This can be on your feet. This can be on the skin around your tri-kit, especially on longer races or saltwater races. Coach Chris, if you start to really feel some friction somewhere and it's bothering you out on that run course, what do we do?
Yeah, a lot. So usually the painful ones are when you get a lot of your own sweat and salt, dipping into a wound. And so any chafing spot usually happens from, there being a heat, liquid like water or sweat, and salt mixed together. And if there's any open wound, that ends up causing a lot of pain. Usually, if that does happen, almost every race, at least the big ones, they will have medical tent or medical supplies at the aid stations. Just go and see if you can get Vaseline or Aquaphor or one of those products that can act as a barrier. They have it in so many different places. Medical staff on the course sometimes roaming around. Police, if they're blocking an intersection, they might have something in their vehicles. But if it's really bad and you need it addressed right away, get some type of barrier on it, over it. But be careful, because you don't want to just like pour water and then have a bunch of your salt dipping into a wound. So clean the area if you can, wipe it clean. I usually, and I've been trying to find for the longest time and finally found, I think it's Aquaphor makes little tiny packets of Aquaphor that are just like,
Sure
it's
do.
like a single use, thing. You can buy them in bulk. And I now put those in my run belt. So I always have that on the run just in case, whether I have an issue or somebody else. So
Sounds like your run belt always has everything.
A lot. Yeah, I have a little bit of everything. So if you ever see me in a race and you have an
Find
issue,
Chris.
9 times out of 10, I'll have a solution for you. But yeah, and then I guess this would be more for after the race, but A and D cream. So vitamin A, vitamin D is actually good for helping the skin recover. So if you have that next day, or you get in the shower after a race and you have that real painful, chafing mark, get that baby ointment, vitamin A, vitamin D. The A and D cream is a really good solution for that as a whole. Or, and this is another thing I have in my race belt. I should probably just reach over. I have my race belts back here to do a little show and tell, but is hydrocolloid Band-Aids. So the blister Band-Aids. I put them in a Ziploc bag so they're waterproof, and I always have at least 2 of them in my race belt. So if you get that back of the heel chafe, like you mentioned, you can just very quickly put that on and have that barrier, because those are designed to repel moisture out. They're more hydrophobic than other Band-Aids, and they create a water seal barrier essentially. So whether it's during the race or after the race, the hydrocolloid Band-Aids are the way to go. If you're at a convenience store, I know the Band-Aid brand has them always in a silver package. So just look for the silver package at a convenience store if you want to just have those extra items to help out on race day.
Yeah, no, all great tips. The other one I'll throw out is our friends at Two Toms, which as a company, our favorite, like every tryout pool school has Two Toms on deck, because their wipes are so good for all the swimmers in the pool that are putting fins on and swimming with fins. It's so good, waterproof blister protection. But they actually have a product called Blister Shield, which now I keep packets of in my bag after experiencing that Clash event. As a tennis player, I've been playing a lot of tennis lately, and I've also used their Blister Shield. When I've played a couple days in a row and I can feel a hand blister coming on, I'll just give my hand a little wipe and then go play, and no issues whatsoever. So lots of good options there. And yeah, it's so interesting. Like, because there was that like obvious, like, oh, I have a blister right now feeling at Clash Daytona. And that story I shared when I did Ironman Waco, my first Ironman, I remember, I think I was at mile 16, 17 on the run, and it was the first time I'd ever felt like hot spots on my feet. And I'm like, I'm going to get done with this race and my feet are just going to be torn up. And I got done and my feet were fine. It was literally just a feeling, right? And it can be so like elusive. So I like what you said earlier, like stop, kind of like equating it to having an injury. Stop, evaluate what's going on with this spot. Is it just something I'm feeling? 'Cause I've been in the sun for a while. Is it my skin actually being rubbed raw and I should address it? If so, absolutely stop, try to get some help, try to get some items.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Chris, fun fact, A&D cream, Triathlon Coach Matt Bach, who makes appearances on the podcast, uses A&D cream as chapstick. He swears by that. He swears by it. He made us all do it at Ironman Arizona one year. He goes, everybody put some of this on your lips just for fun. And I refused, but he made me do it anyway. Anyway, Chris, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was going to say there's a lot of good, anti-chafe products out there. And I think if there's anyone new listening to this podcast too, that's one thing that triathletes learn the hard way, usually with a lot of bike mileage, especially is, figure out what products work as chamois cream. The lubricant makes a big, big difference. So being, prepared ahead of time obviously helps, but, learning how to deal with it on the fly helps as well. And, some races too will have sponges at the aid stations, like just getting the salt away from a wound can make a big difference as well. And just protecting, getting something over it. Like you could even try plastic bags, like getting a plastic bag, or volunteers will sometimes have latex, like a box of latex gloves at the aid stations. Grab that, rinse it off and put that on top and just have it between your tri-suit and wherever that chafe is, just to act as a barrier to help avoid more chafing. So get that, that fluid barrier established is usually the key to get rid of the chafing areas.